If something fails, you ask, well, why did this happen? Why did that happen? Why did that happen? And you come to the root, and that's when you learn. And what you learn, you apply again. So yes, so that's exactly why this is a circle, you guys. It's not a line. You are going to make mistakes. It's human. So the ImpACT Islamabad Conference was the brainchild of two friends from Afghanistan and Pakistan. And we had a dream to bring together entrepreneurs from both our countries, to learn from each other, to recognize the fact that we're facing the same challenges, and to see that within those challenges, we had an immense opportunity to work together. So the Social Innovation Lab here in Pakistan, my entity, along with AGHAEZ, my friend's entity, along with Philia, Brightpoint, and the ImpACT umbrella, came to Islamabad and said, hey, let's do it. Let's actually get these people together. Let's put them in a room. Let's figure out what we can find out from each other, how we can build on each other's knowledge, how we can fill the gaps in each other's networks, and then pitch together to find the right resources to help us grow together.
So Philia is one of the founding organizations of ImpACT, which means that we, together with social entrepreneurs in other countries, create these events and initiatives for social entrepreneurs. And every single social entrepreneur that's related to ImpACT has their own social business. So now here in Pakistan, essentially we helped creating the overall ImpACT event, but we also had our own session that was particularly targeted towards women.
So the session was very interactive. We do give some lectures just to explain the framework and the overall theme. But the women from Afghanistan and from Pakistan were sharing very openly their own experiences, what stops them, what encourages them, their dreams. And we also share as well. So we're not just asking questions, we're also providing some of our own experiences.
The first lens we took was the geographical lens. So where in your country, where in your cities, where in your districts are you working? The second lens we took was the Sustainable Development Goals lens, to figure out where we map our businesses and our interventions onto problems that are addressing the SDGs. The third lens was the Power Triangle lens. So how do you map all of this onto gaps in knowledge, networks, and resources? The last piece was around regenerative development and regeneration. So how do we create cycles within our interventions? How do we create processes within our interventions that allow for the planet to regenerate, that take influence and inspiration from nature, and that build on love rather than fear in order to bring people together?
100,000 words are thrown at you every day. And remember, you can only do about 20% of that to affect you. The rest are all thrown out of your immediate conscience. So which means if your stories are sharp, short, pithy, and full of texture, they will retain greater impact on your audience.
First day experience is very knowledgeable and full of resource and knowledge sharing between our colleagues in running businesses in Pakistan and in Afghanistan. We had different sessions, and all from every single words we had been through discussions, so we have learned from each other.
So I'd like to start off with appreciating how much this means to the startups in the country that are working towards a better world. So I really appreciate how these guys have brought together each and every one and placed them in one room and given us an opportunity to interact. There is so much to learn, so my appreciation goes all the way.
Don't flash me words when you're telling your product. I think that's what you need to do. Like Chris, it's film festival. It's incubation center that helps underprivileged people. It's a medical product that will bring medical solution to your doorstep. easy way to tell your product. Don't complicate it just to impress anybody. Get over with it. Tell me about your product and move on.
The main problem really right now is a supportive regulatory and policy environment, and many projects have been stuck for a long time, and investors are getting impatient. So it's really about the broader market development, and the absence of that, it's really opportunistic things that come up, mainly captive power, without the bigger market opening up yet.
Problems that my company faces is, the first thing is that we face a lack of access to technology in Afghanistan. Our communities do not have the efficient access to technology to involve in the programs of online education. And the things that ImpACT helped me in, we got the consultation to how we can solve our problems related to our startup. And one of them was how can we attract investments in our startup to solve the problem of access to technology.
I really like that we have some participants from Afghanistan. This has really helped me to think beyond Pakistan. There can be more collaborations with other countries, and I can find more resources from there in terms of funding and human resource and materials that I need for my startup.
Even though we built a very affordable co-working space in Kabul, we still faced a lot of challenges. One of them was not being very affordable for the Afghan people to take the desks and to work with us together in the co-working space. One of the things that I loved after coming to ImpACT is that we used to think inside the box before coming to ImpACT Islamabad, but after coming here, I'm thinking big. I'm even thinking of having co-working spaces in Islamabad and countries nearby, and expanding to other cities and countries.
So a lot of them are going away now, not just with friendships, but also lots of opportunities to combine their networks, to combine their knowledge, and to combine their resources, and truly fill in the gaps for the challenges they're facing. And so our big theme here was to build bridges, and that's exactly what ended up happening. And in the process, what we hope for is that they end up catalyzing change.
It's not just us in Pakistan, it's not just India and Afghanistan or the US working in isolation for their problem. These are global challenges. And unless we all work together as global citizens, we won't hit the mark, we won't get the impact we need. And I think the thing that I'm really taking back from this experience here, these 3 days, is when we actually deconstructed all of that and got to the bottom of what actually are our challenges. Why are we doing this? You know, that question, why am I doing what I'm doing, keeps coming back to me. And hearing some other person, or all of these collectively talking about the same things, why we're doing this, sort of gives me the validation that I required to sort of move ahead with this.
You're breaking the bubble that any new social enterprise is operating in, and keep doing that. You have the tools, and thank you for doing that.
The ImpACT movement is now growing around the world. People like us are coming together and hosting these events in our cities. We hope that the next time we bring ImpACT to Pakistan, we'd not just have people from Afghanistan, we'll have people from across the region. And inshallah, we look forward to welcoming people from across South and East Asia and West Asia to come work with us, and we look forward to welcoming them in Pakistan.